Organic farming, it is farming without using chemicals, so free from synthetic materials. And organic, you have to get your whole natural ways of farming. That is, if it's nutrients, they have to be extracted organically. If it's biopesticides, you have to extract them organically. And we usually have all those ways of doing the farm to be fully organic.
Post-harvesting place. Is where the compost is usually prepared. At this stage is where you will find the fresh manure.
So sasa inaanzanga pale.
The first stage is right there. Vegetation materials are expected to dry here. They are then transferred to this other side and the other necessary materials are added, and this is the final manure.
So what we do with them at home, we are used to when we sweep leaves like this, we burn them off. Instead of burning for us, so we pile them together this way, and then we pour water on it. Not necessarily clean water. It starts here.
Then to there.
Continue pouring. After 2 weeks, this one, this heat moves from here, comes here. So this one, we've just moved it. After another 2 weeks, this one moves from here to here. It comes here.
This is the final.
This is the final stage. So by the time it gets here, this is very good. Yeah, if you smell it, it smells like forest soil.
Basically, like for ourselves, we have our own seed. We get seed from the farm. When we plant bearing in mind that the crop which we shall harvest shall have a seed which we shall plant again. Doing the cropping,
okay,
we have all the crops which are needed as part of organic farming.
All right.
So we do both herbs and the normal crops. They help on repairing crops, pesticides, or pest in short. So that's the basically main use of it. If possible, you should, in every place you plant a crop, you should plant with an herb which can help to repel pests. Organic way, it is a farming which will not use an extra coin, or you'll not buy anything.
All right.
You'll just use what is available in your farm. All the end products, you shall get fertilizer,
okay,
extracted from the compost. You mend the compost, and you make also liquids which help to spray your crops, so that they get the exactly nutrients needed for the crop to grow. The key point in organic farming is how you feed your soil, because soil itself is just like let me say generally, a soil is just like a human. Okay. If you feed yourself well, a human, you expect to bear good child.
Yes.
But if you don't eat healthy food, then expect a child to have problems.
Yeah.
So our main focus as organic professionals, what we consider it is the soil, because soil is the foundation of the crop.
Basic.
It is the basic.
All right.
So that's why we venture soil as the main thing, because when you treat the soil, you are free from diseases and pests, which disturb the soil.
All right.
Yeah, that's all. What happens? Herbs will repel, and herbs we can extract something like called the spectrum.
All right.
It is broad. We can make a broad spectrum, which can be able to spray different types of pests.
All right.
And then if you have a broad spectrum, then you are already catered for all diseases or for all pests which are disturbing you. Yeah, that's how we normally do. The other thing which people don't know is about differentiating the organic food and the non-organic.
All right.
It is very easy to differentiate organic food, but if you want to know whether a crop is organic, sometimes you have to see the appearance of the crop, like spinach and kales.
Okay.
they tend to have some holes in between. It means that an insect eaten that crop.
So that is in.
It is organic. That's organic.
Okay.
Because if an insect cannot eat a vegetable, it means that it's not good for consumption. Getting it? Eh?
Yeah.
So, but if a leaf, like for a kale, is not eaten, then ask yourself why. It means that the farm itself doesn't have enough paste which can help on doing something called biological control, because they are always there. Biological control, you can have some insects which are beneficial and others which are not beneficial.
All right.
That's the reason you can differentiate. I recommend organic farming because it is free from diseases. You are eating healthy food which you have produced in yourself, and it has grown naturally way.
Okay.
Haina magonjwa, haina chemicals. Yeah, that's what I can say.
So organic farming is the way to go.
It is the way to go. It is our future industry. Challenges are there. Farmers are not aware where to get the organic nutrients.
Yeah.
They are not aware of where to get the biopesticides. Market is also a problem for the people who don't know about it, because you can take an organic product to market, and then you tell a customer this is an organic product, he or she will not accept, because he's used of buying the cheap ones. It's a simple question, because we have people who are certified as organic seed protectors. We have seed savers. If you don't know about seed savers, we also have organic farmers market. You can get people selling there. You can also engage with the people who are aware of what they are doing, not just buying seed from anywhere. So it's very important you know about that. We have specific people who are dealing with organic seeds. Yeah.
So in short, I just go to buy the seeds from organic
farmers market or seed savers. Look about seed savers. Or you get a friend who is organic based. Shall guide you. What we normally do is something called consistency. We have to do something called consistency. And it's not consistency in one portion. We do also something called crop rotation. Crop rotation is very important because it reduces chances of diseases. So what happens if we plant something like onions, we don't repeat it again. We go to another section and another block. So the previous week, you can decide to put something like nitrogen fixing. It is not a must to be certified. We have people who can help. And it's not a must to be a profession. Because if our grandmothers used to do this without knowledge, you can do it.
Anybody
you
can
don't
do
need
it.
anybody. You can do it. What you need is just get some base knowledge
about organic farming.
About organic, or then get the current, because education is all about daily, but what is being introduced today, like biopesticides, you may not be aware of it, but when you know it, you shall be spraying. So it's very important you keep visiting people who do organic farming. Will help. We are keeping animals. We have worms. So other worms we keep because they give us what we call NPK. That's a kind of a fertilizer. Yeah, so that's how we do. So we keep the earthworms as part of giving us NPK. CAN. Okay, we have some farmers who normally do slaughter of organic animals. So we normally take the bones, we burn them, and we use the ash as part of introduction of kasha.
That is CAN.
That's CAN.
What about the AP?
We have crops when we are first from the farm. Most of the crops contains those kind of elements. So when we're doing the process of composting, they are introduced there. So the moment we take a compost to the farm is completely full of the elements which are needed by crops. So what we normally do is to consider a crop when you see it has a certain infections, maybe lack of kind of a component, introduce. Indigenous means like this hour have taken around 5 months to 6 months because they are indigenous. They are not hybrid. Grafting is not bad. It is not a GMO. What you need is to have more production, but you have done it naturally.
Alright.
GMO is when you introduce a media or something which is genetic modified, maybe in terms of a long size. Then you introduce something in it to grow and produce more. But when you just cut a stem and to combine in another, you have done it something called you want to mate it, for example, like to produce better. So I don't think that is a
So grafting inakwanga tu like your
it's a natural way of doing it.
Production.
It is a production. It is based for production because you need more production. There is something called scion. And you need to scion is what you have to graft in another crop. You cut a crop tuseme kama ni avocado, unaweza kata avocado yenye unajua ni sweet, unataka kuweka ingine kwa stem na iza ikiwa dogo. So that's how unakatanga ile custom tender. Si lazima ukate ile hard. Yeah, that's it. So what I can tell people is to do organic as the last priority. Equal to the last option kwako. Is always unapatana tuna challenges za farming, but you have to overcome the challenge which are always there. Yeah.
All right. Wow.